What up, YouTube? Ed coming back with a mail day recap video. This is my first video of 2026. Wasn't able to officially do a final video for 2025. Normally every year on the channel I like to do a final video for the year to talk a year in review, so to speak, but just was a little too busy, didn't have the time to do it, but have the time now. So starting off 2026 with a mail day. Have a couple cards that I got in for the last couple weeks that I want to show off. And overall, I hope everyone out there is doing well. I hope everyone has a great, happy, and healthy new year. And I hope the hobby is going to treat you well in 2026. I know for me, hobby-wise speaking, I don't really have any set goals. I kind of don't like to do that. I don't like to approach the hobby that way. That's just me personally. But there is a set I would like to complete. If you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you know I've been trying to complete the Season 7 Game of Thrones autograph set from Rittenhouse Archives. There's 64 total autographs in the set. Been doing it since it has been released, which it was released in 2018. And several weeks ago, I added this card into the collection, so now officially I only need one card left to complete the set. But this is one of the toughest cards in the set. This is the Maisie Williams bordered autograph card. She plays Arya Stark. But one of the more tougher cards in the set. And during the pandemic, this card got pretty expensive, and when I say pretty expensive, I'm talking about like anywhere between $300 to $400. And finally got it for a reasonable price. There was a seller on eBay who had it listed buy it now or best offer, and I noticed this was his only non-sports card that he had listed. Mostly had basketball and football cards. So sent him an offer and he accepted. So glad to finally add this into the set. And one card away. That one card, you may be asking, what is it? It is the Case Hit Incentive Card, dual autograph of Peter Dinklage and Conleth Hill, which is not a difficult card to find. They normally do pop up. I want to get one with the seal, the in-house archives case seal. So a little particular on that. But I think in 2026 I'll definitely run across one. So that is probably, I know I said I don't like setting goals, but I would like to finally finish off that set in 2026. It's long overdue. So there's that. Next, this is from the current release of Game of Thrones, which I haven't been buying any recent cards from the recent releases of Game of Thrones, just because the way they're being released now, it's impossible to set collect those cards, and I'm more focused on other aspects of my hobby dollar spending it on. But this card popped up in my feed, and for a 101 I thought it was just really cheap. So was able to snag this for $30. This is a 101 print and plate of the one true king, Stannis Baratheon. So a 101 for $30. Thought that was a pretty solid deal. There's the back. I actually do have a couple artist sketch cards from Game of Thrones, so I think that might be like my third or fourth 101 from the set, from the various sets that Rittenhouse has released. Next, we got some WNBA. This is from Donruss. These are the season highlight cards, which I think they're one per case. They're definitely short printed. I don't know the actual statistics, but the Caitlin Clark ones are kind of ridiculously priced, as you would expect. But this one is of Sabrina Ionescu, numbered out of 99, and it's when she drained that long three in the finals against Minnesota to win the game. It was game 3. She hit it from like 36, 37 feet. Ridiculously long three. Hit it from like Central Park. But there you can see the back. little write-up about the game. And that was when the Liberty won their first ever championship. So neat card there. Nice photography. So added that into the collection. Then next, this was really, really inexpensive. Again, this guy, if you want to like pick up cards of this particular player, I think now is the time. His stuff is just really cheap right now. This is from 2018 Topps Heritage, which is, for your average person, like insanely expensive to open. Like, you're not going to be cracking any 2018 products thanks to Otani-sama. So if you like see anything 2018, like, I would just pick it up if it's inexpensive of a player that you want to get from any of those sets. But 2018 Topps Heritage, this is a PSA Gem Mint 10. This is of the Transigram. We got Mike Trout. And I got this for, I think, under $35, shipped, taxed, which I just think is a nice deal for this card. So added that into the collection. Nice Mike Trout. And the final card here is one of the WNBA Panini Instant cards. Picked this up. I think I want to say I paid the same. I paid like under $35. This is Caitlin Clark, but it's pictured from the game where it was like the WNBA's version of Malice at the Palace. So it's from the game where J.C. Sheldon, who's right here, poked Clark in the eye, and then all brouhaha happened. She got thrown to the court, and then later in the game, Sophie Cunningham, who's pictured right here, slammed Sheldon into the court, and then they got into it, and I guess it was like the WNBA's version of Malice at the Palace, because afterwards, Sophie Cunningham kind of like blew up overnight in the hobby. Like, it was pretty insane what happened with her. Her autographs were like $10 to $15, and then after that game, I think they went to like $400 or $500. And I saw them at the National too, and I was taking pictures and sending them to friends. Like, you know, Sophie Cunningham was probably the best thing to buy hobby-wise in 2026. I mean, in 2025. But just a really cool action shot there, really cool image. They printed 4,507 of these cards. But like I said, from a very popular, probably I would say the most talked about WNBA game from last season. And that includes the playoff games. Everyone was talking about this particular game when it happened. But just an awesome image. So, added that one into the collection. So, that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching the video. And looking forward to seeing how you all do in 2026. So, peace. Have a great one. Take care.